Are you one of the thousands of people that is considering a move up here to the State Road 54 corridor? If so, you found the right video.
Today, we're going to be talking about the 6 most popular neighborhoods in the area. We are Keith and Jillian Jamison. We're not only realtors in the area, but we've also called the State Road 54 corridor home for over 10 years.
Now, before we jump into the neighborhoods themselves, let's talk about why this area is really busting with popularity. And it really comes down to a couple factors.
So the first is definitely going to be affordability. Pricing here is going to be more affordable than other parts of Tampa, especially since so many of the homes here are newer construction, so you don't have to deal with as many repairs or cosmetic updates as some of the older, more established areas of Tampa.
Yeah, and another part is so many of these schools are zoned for top-ranked public schools, and there's also some great private schools in the area as well, making it really attractive for family. And another part is this area really is booming with new construction, not only residential, but commercial as well. And I think a lot of that comes to what people are really desiring these days in their home. So many people that we talk to, one of the first things they mention is the amenities. We want a really cool pool. Maybe we want a gym. Heck, we've even seen lazy rivers in some of these neighborhoods. But people more and more want the resort style feel in their own neighborhood. And the builders really have delivered with, again, pools, playgrounds like around us, walking trails, ponds, so many different things.
Now, if this is your first time to our channel, welcome. Make sure to hit that subscribe button and the bell icon to see more videos like this in the future. And if you want in-depth tours of all of the neighborhoods we're about to go over, scroll down to the details section and you'll find links to each neighborhood tour that we have available.
All right, we're going to start the furthest east of all the neighborhoods we're going to talk about, and it's where we're shooting today, which is Longleaf Ranch. Longleaf Ranch is about 3.5 miles east on 54 from the Suncoast Expressway on the south side of 54. And there's a lot to be excited about this neighborhood.
Yeah, so Longleaf Ranch is really known for the open floor plans that the homes have. All of the homes have brick pavered driveways, and the builders here were MI Homes, Beazer Homes, and Mattamy Homes.
All right, now let's talk about not only with those houses, but what we love and what we think stands out of the neighborhood. And I'll start with amenities. So where we're standing right now, I can see the resort style pool, huge playground, fields. There's a dock on a pond. There is dog parks, basketball courts, tennis courts, and there's so many different sections. Some of the sections have their own amenities as well. So really everything I talked about in the intro, Longleaf offers.
Now, one of my favorite amenities is the walking trails and the lakes in the community. There's a ton of lakes where you can actually walk around, take picnics, and there's even a 40-acre lake in the neighborhood, which is just stunning.
Yeah, it really makes it feel a lot more natural. And then finally, I think location is a huge thing here. I mentioned that we are the furthest east on 54, which not only means to get to downtown Tampa, you could do the Suncoast Expressway, but if that's backed up, or if you're maybe going to be on the east side of Tampa, you can hit US 41, which turns into Dale Mabry Highway, and that makes it gives you 2 ways to get downtown.
And now about housing itself. The homes here range from about 1,500 square feet up to 4,000 square feet, and pricing starts in the mid-300s for townhomes and goes up to about $900,000 on the high end for single-family homes.
All right, next up we have Bexley as we head a little bit west down 54. So Bexley is in Land O'Lakes, located just off the Suncoast Expressway. It is a massive master plan community, and there's still a little bit of building going on.
Yeah, so let's talk about the things we love about Bexley. The first thing has to be the amenities. It has some of the best amenities around. It has multiple swimming pools, a fitness center. My favorite thing is an on-site cafe where you can go to grab a bite to eat or a drink. There's a BMX park, dog parks, playgrounds, and miles of trails.
The next part that we love is education. So there is Bexley Elementary School actually within the neighborhood, which we're going to go over that in a number of these neighborhoods that have schools inside, but it is so convenient to be able either to walk or even take a golf cart to your kids' school.
Absolutely. And then another great feature is at the very front entrance of the community is the Hub at Bexley, which is a retail space with restaurants, bars. You'll find services like a lash studio, haircuts, even a dog groomer. They have a bunch of different everyday conveniences right at the front of the community.
And the final piece that really makes Bexley stand out is actually the homes themselves. There are so many builders in Bexley, and you have some distinct feels for the different sides of the neighborhood. On the west side, it's a lot more of a luxury section with bigger lots. You have luxury builders such as Arthur Ruttenberg, Cardell, David Weekley, Homes by West Bay, to name a few. And then on the east side, some of the lots shrink a little bit, but you still have some amazing homes. And what I love on both sides is a lot of different facades. Does not feel super cookie cutter, but you got builders like Lennar, Homes by West Bay again, Pulte joins the mix, just again, to name a few of the builders.
Now for the homes themselves, you'll find single family homes and townhomes. They range in size from about 1,600 square feet to about 4,500 square feet. So a big range there. And pricing is anywhere from the mid 300s to over $1 million. Now another thing to note is there is still some new construction going on. David Weekley is currently building townhomes and ICI Homes is building single family homes.
And next door is a new community called the Westwood community. It's by D.R. Horton. It's all townhomes. It's going to give a lot more of an affordable price point for those that want to be part of this area. And I should also mention one of the top 55 plus communities in all of Tampa Bay, Del Webb Bexley, is just northeast of Bexley.
Now, the next community we're going to be talking about is the Preserve community, which is on the west side of the Veterans Expressway in Odessa. This community was built between 2017 and 2023, and it was exclusively built by D.R. Horton Homes, and you'll find a mixture of single-family homes and townhomes here.
Now, let's go into what we love about the community. I'm going to kick off with location. This is the closest neighborhood that we're going to talk about to the expressway, which means the easiest commute to downtown Tampa. Also, in the front of the neighborhood, there's a shopping plaza that has a Publix, which is absolutely great for your day-to-day needs.
And speaking of day-to-day needs, you'll also find a bunch of other stores and restaurants at the front, like Sports Clips, a nail salon, and then a bunch of fast casual restaurants like Panera Bread, Chipotle, BurgerFi, Papa John's, and there's also Mandola's Italian Kitchen for you Italian lovers.
Yeah, I think the final thing that I absolutely love about the Preserve is the amenities. They're absolutely sensational. You have two pools, a lap pool and a beach entry access, so there's never a shortage of places to go swimming. There is playgrounds, basketball courts, fitness center, dog park, and you have direct access to the 42-mile Suncoast Trail, which is absolutely great for bikers. All right, let's end our discussion about the Preserve with housing. Like Jillian mentioned, there's both townhomes and single-family homes. Townhomes are around 1,700 square feet. Prices are going to vary from your mid to high 300,000s.
And the single-family homes will range from about 1,500 square feet up to around 3,000 square feet. And pricing is currently from about 400,000 to the 600,000 range. Now, one really nice thing about D.R. Horton Homes is that all of their two-story homes are built with block-on-block construction with extra durability. And you'll find a mixture of lots on conservation, ponds, and also homes that back up to one another.
All right, so now we've arrived to the neighborhood that we call home, Asteria. It's on the west side of the expressway, about 2.5 miles on the north side of 54. Neighborhood was built in 2016. There's about 650 homes and amazing amenities.
Let's talk about those amenities. So you have a clubhouse, a resort-style pool, a fitness center, dog park, playgrounds, and walking trails. But what really sold us on the community was the fitness center. We love the convenience of being able to go to the gym in our neighborhood anytime.
Yeah, and another thing that we love too is really just the vibe and the socialness of the neighborhood. There's a social event committee that always puts on events. There's tons of things for holiday, end of school year. There's just always these things going on where the neighborhood gets together. And what's really cool, I think, is that so much of the neighborhood comes to these things. Only 650 homes, but I literally feel like the whole neighborhood is there for most things.
Mm-hmm. And then the next thing that we like about the community is the size. So it's going to be smaller than the other neighborhoods we're talking about, with most of those neighborhoods being over 1,000 homes. Asteria is only about 650 homes. And we like that it has that small hometown feel where everyone seems to know everyone, and it's just a different feel than the other neighborhoods.
All right, let's end with housing. So there is a mixture of townhomes and single-family homes. Sizes ranging from about 1,600 square feet to as big as 3,500 square feet. Pricing in the mid-300s for the townhomes, all the way up to about 900,000 previously. But right now, time of taping, there's one home that's pending for over $1 million. That'd be the first $1 million+ sale in Asteria if it closes out there. And for the builders, there are a number of builders. This is really cool because we talked about this in other neighborhoods, but when you have multiple builders, it breaks up the monotony and makes things not feel so cookie cutter. So you have David Weekley, Ashton Woods, ICI Homes, Ryan Homes, and Park Square Homes.
Now, one of the most common questions we get is what is going to go into the commercial space at the front of the community. And right now on the west side, it's currently under construction. What we can say as of June of 2024 is there is a gas station currently being built, and then there's also going to be a fire station built just to the west of the community. All the other plans are still plans. Nothing's been finalized. There have been rumors of a restaurant coming in, a pediatrician, a bunch of different things, but we'll see what the future holds.
All right, now we've made it to the biggest community on this list, which is Starkey Ranch. Now, since it began construction in 2015, it has been one of the marquee neighborhoods and places that people like to move. It's about 5 miles west of the Suncoast Expressway on the north side of 54. And if I could think of one word to describe Starkey Ranch, it would be huge.
Agreed. Now let's talk about some of the things that we love about the community. The first is going to be the unique amenities. It has over 20 miles of trails, 150 acres of park. There's even a lake that you can kayak in and a community garden.
And moving further on the amenities is also like recreational activities as well. So there are multiple pools. There are multiple multi-sport facilities, even like some of the soccer leagues in the area. Starkey Little League is at the baseball fields. You have a public library. There's just so much within Starkey.
Yeah, and Starkey Ranch is another community that has a school inside the neighborhood. It's the Starkey Ranch K-8 school. They have a unique foreign language program for all grades K-8, which is really unheard of for Pasco County. And then it's also very walkable, or you can take your golf cart to the school, which is great if you live in the neighborhood.
And the final piece that I think really makes Starkey is the houses themselves. So there's 9 villages in the neighborhood, and the villages each get their own vibe. They're each unique way to live. You have anything from maintenance-free living in the Esplanade to gated, beautiful homes in Antelope Preserve to the newest section of Stansel Park, which is right behind Publix, even has some front porch type of living. So really very unique architecture in the neighborhood, and it makes no two homes feel exactly the same.
Yeah, now let's talk a little bit more about the homes. You'll find single-family homes and townhomes. They range in size from about 1,600 square feet to over 4,000 square feet, and pricing currently ranges from the low 400,000s to well over $1 million. Now, I should also note that there are a ton of shops and restaurants and everyday conveniences very accessible to Starkey Ranch, either by golf cart, walking, or your car. They're all at the front of the community. There is a Publix, a vet office, restaurants, just pretty much anything you could need on a day-to-day basis is right there at the front of the neighborhood.
Longleaf is the last neighborhood we're going to cover. It also happens to be the oldest neighborhood on the list, being established back in the late 1990s.
Now, it is located about 7.5 miles west of the Veterans Expressway. So this is the furthest west neighborhood we're talking about. It's in the Trinity area. And the original section of Longleaf is really set up to be like a neo-traditional Southern Old Town feel. So you have homes with garages in the back and large, spacious front porches.
All right, so let's talk about what we love about the community. So I'm gonna go further into your point, which is really the charming community feel. So it's about 500 homes right now. Most of the homes have that front porch in the front, garage in the back, so you really get that small town USA feel. But within small town USA, you still get some really cool amenities. You have a downtown area that has a coffee shop, an Italian restaurant, ice cream shop coming in. So you have those type of things in the front, and you still have amenities within the neighborhood. So you have a pool, you have playgrounds, you have sports fields, walking trails, all that cool stuff that all the other neighborhoods have as well.
And Longleaf is another community that has an elementary school inside of it. You have Longleaf Elementary. So this is another convenient neighborhood if you have children where you can just walk or ride your bike to school.
Now for homes themselves, there's really a wide variety of homes inside of Longleaf. There's villas, there's single family homes, and there's townhomes. Sizes can go from as small as around 1,200 square feet for a small single family home or villa, up to over 3,500 square feet for the large estate style homes, Prices range anywhere from the low 300s to over $1 million.
Now there's also a second gated section of Longleaf called the Woodlands at Longleaf, and this is a more estate style section. Most of the homes are located on conservation lots or pond lots, and they're newer homes and then just larger homes. So they typically range in size from about 2,500 square feet to over 4,800 square feet, and pricing here usually starts at about $1 million.
All right, now at the beginning, I told you that we were going to talk about the exciting news in Longleaf in the news section. Well, let's talk about that now. Neighborhood 4 will add about 400 homes. The builders are going to be Lennar, Biscayne, and Homes by West Bay.
And you're going to find some really great amenities here as well. There's going to be a community pool, playing fields, dog park, cabanas, trails, so a lot to offer. We should expect construction and sales to begin by the end of 2024, and it's also going to be a mixture of the traditional style homes like in the original Longleaf section, and then also homes located on the pond and conservation lots.
Well, we hope you guys enjoyed this tour and this dive into 6 of our favorite neighborhoods up in the State Road 54 corridor of Pasco County. If you have any questions or real estate needs, we'd love to hear from you.
You can reach us at contact@JamisonTeamTampaBay.com. And just a reminder, if you'd like to see a deeper dive into any of these communities, head to the details below and we have links to all of our neighborhood tours. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.